lifting up our neighbors at the same time, and it's really not adequate. So that's what this is all about, the comprehensive, holistic approach, not just about buildings and neighborhoods, but the people in our neighborhoods as well. So we're going to be hearing from a variety of folks here today to talk a little bit more about the project. So first up is Carol King. She's the Director of Public Housing for Louisville's office. Carol?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here as a representative for HUD's Field Policy and Management and also the Office of Public Housing, bringing you greetings. And we are so glad to partner today with the Louisville Metro Housing Authority for this groundbreaking for Beecher Terrace Phase 1. So in December 2016, as Mayor Fisher said, HUD announced a $29.6 million Choice Neighborhoods grant for the Louisville Metro Housing Authority, and we're here today to celebrate the very clear implementation of that grant. I believe I remember a very enthusiastic drum corps on the day of that announcement. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. We would like to thank our long-term partners, all of who are represented here today, especially the Housing Authority Board, Lisa Osenka and her team at the Housing Authority, and of course all of the Russell neighborhood community members. Beecher Terrace Phase 1 is comprised of $6.2 million in Choice Neighborhoods funding, leveraged by another $12.6 million in Louisville Metro Housing Authority funding, HUD CDBG funding of $3.8 million, and private funding of $15.1 million. Very impressive numbers. And the development of these new homes, not just units, but homes, through HUD's Choice Neighborhood Initiative, is just one of the beginning activities that will support the transformation of the Russell neighborhood. And I say one of the beginning activities because we do know the thousands of hours and the activities and the work that's taken place just to get us to where we are today. So I don't want to overlook that. This transformation will revitalize neighborhoods and give the people of Russell better housing choices, better schools, additional access to transit, and new jobs. HUD looks forward to many, many more groundbreakings, dedications, and celebrations in this community. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Carol. We appreciate that. Obviously, HUD's a federal agency, so it takes many of our federal partners to get this done. I want to recognize Whitney Meadows, who's here, representing Senator Paul's office. So Whitney, thank you for being here. And of course, in person we have here, we've got our congressman that has worked tirelessly on projects like this and scores of others throughout our community as well.
Well, thank you all very much. Thanks for that welcome. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. Whenever I see Manfred Reed at an event, I know it's a good thing. We're always with positive things happening. I sit here and we're going to hear a lot of the same things today, the same information probably from a lot of speakers, so I don't want to duplicate what we say, but I think it's so amazing to sit here and look back at the city, at downtown Louisville from this spot, because when we started pounding on the HUD secretary several years ago to include us in this Incredible Choice Neighborhoods program, we kept stressing that this was the roadblock to tie the west part of Louisville to the rest of the city. This was the block. It was not very welcoming. And we can see here how important this area is in uniting our entire city. And we will now have not an obstacle to the unification of West Louisville and downtown. We will have the gateway to West Louisville. And as has been said many, many times, these things don't happen without incredible partnerships, and you can look on that board and see all the financing partners, and at the federal, state, city, and private level and private sector. But what you don't see is the citizens, the community, and the residents of this great neighborhood who have been so engaged in forming the vision for what this will become. And I think that makes this a very, very special project, and one that we all should take great pride in, because it will be the revitalization of an incredible section of our community. So congratulations to all. This is a momentous day for not just West Louisville, but the entire community, and I'm just so thrilled to come here and cheer us all on as we move Louisville forward. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Congressman. John mentioned a bunch of partners that are required to make this project happen. Edwin King.
PHC staff and our board, thank you for this great event and for allowing us to be a part of this. You know, it takes many partners to accomplish a project of this nature. It takes investors, it takes developers, it takes government agencies. I just want to thank all of them for helping us achieve this. We allocated or we authorized $15 million at KHC and Bonding Authority for this project, which will also allow the access to $1 million in low-income housing tax credits. In addition to that, over the course of a 3-year period, we're setting aside $3.75 million in low-income housing tax credits for the entire Beecher project. And without the support of many around this tent, that could not be possible. I want to take the time to thank Congressman Yarmouth. He's always very supportive of the low-income housing tax credit programs and some of the things that we do. Whitney Meadows with Senator Paul's office, you're always very supportive. Thank you, and to Senator Paul. Mr. Reed, we appreciate your work on the Housing Policy Advisory Council and the committee and all you do for us there. Just thanks to all of our partners and congratulations to the Russell neighborhood.
Thank you, Edwin. I see a bunch of folks.
Jefferson County Judge Executive Queenie Averett is hiding out in the background. That is where she operates and does her best work. And I said, Queenie, you want to go walk with me? And she says, absolutely. I need to start an exercise program. Today's a great day. And she said, where are we going? We're going to the Y? I said, no, Queenie, we're going to Beecher Terrace. Queenie, may I tell them what you said? She said, I don't know. I said, oh, come on, Queenie, let's go. I'm here as the councilwoman now, duly elected and representing all the folks of District 4 and especially everyone who lived then and lives now and will be living in Beecher Terrace and to whatever the new name shall become in our choice neighborhood, to say the 5 days that Judge Executive Queenie Averett and I walked Beecher Terrace. That's how long it took us, all day, every day. And folks kept saying, it's dark out here. What are y'all doing still walking? I said, we have one more building. No, you don't. Go home, come back tomorrow when the light's out. But we did, and we walked. And what a beautiful 5 days it was. My world got changed and transformed because when you walk throughout Beecher Terrace and you walk in and you meet the little pocket parks and you meet the kids on their bikes and you meet Lamika and you hear her story and you meet Mr. Stevie if you need a bicycle or you need your bicycle repaired, you go meet Mr. Stevie. You meet the king and queens of Beecher Terrace and you meet almost everyone that I graduated from high school with in 1975, Thomas Jefferson, because we were all from Newburgh and Camp Taylor, and many of my high school friends are now living in this area and throughout Jefferson County. I'm here to say we met Ray Ray. See, y'all know who Ray Ray is. I don't know if he's here with us today, but one of the greatest tailors and dressmakers in all of Jefferson County lives and operates and works right here out of Beecher Terrace. And I figured that out as we walked. And everywhere we walked, everybody was hollering at Ray Ray. Ray Ray, when's my jacket going to be finished? Ray Ray, you got my prom dress ready? Ray Ray, you got my pants hemmed? And I asked him about that. And he said, Barbara, it's just the way it is. He said, we have a culture and we have an esprit de corps. And we are the power of the people, one by one, in Beecher Terrace. So we invite you to come back, but everywhere you go, please tell everybody, we want the same thing everybody else wants. We want a safe, healthy, educated, quality of life in our neighborhood. And my dear friend right over here, stand up, sir. May I mention you? Well, maybe not. This is my dear friend who lives right behind us in J.O. Planton, and we met 3 years ago when I was on the campaign trail, and he came up to me this morning. You may have seen us over here talking. And no, I wasn't trying to get a selfie. I know you all thought that. I wanted his picture because he said to me, Councilwoman, I'm hoping I'm hoping I get to be one of the lucky ones because I want to live here. I want to move here. I said, really? He said, I've been in J.O. Blanton 7 years and I can't wait to be part of the new neighborhood. So let's encourage him. I'm loving me some Beecher Terrace, and I'm loving me the esprit de corps and the culture that exists here today. We can't choose what happens to us in life, but I'll tell you what, each and every one of us standing here can learn something from everyone who was either born and lived their entire life here on this property, or have started to grow up, or whom are choosing to live here. We can all learn something from each other. Hello, darling, how are you? Everybody blow a kiss over there. Yeah, right to the camera. Mayor Fisher, whenever you're ready, I'm ready, because I got the hard hat and the jacket to go.
All right, you're always ready. That's right.
And Congressman and all of you, as I was thinking about this morning, I realized that it has, McCormick Barron has been in Louisville for more than 35 years. And we started way back when doing Phoenix Place, and we've been involved in a number of projects over the years. And I really, I'm just thrilled to be here. When I hear all of the folks that are part of this community and everyone who's come together for this particular choice neighborhood initiative, it just makes me more and more convinced that I'm just sorry we haven't been here all the time, but we have been here with you and will now be with you for many years to come. I really want to just thank our staff, Laura Kinzelbear and Donovan Duncan from Urban Strategies and our strategies team who are working here, and all the partners who have been a part of this. Construction company, Messer and Ohio Capital. We really had an extraordinary group of people, including the Housing Authority, who have always been wonderful partners with us in other projects here in Louisville, and will continue to do that. And at the end of the day, we have always believed, and I started the company with a belief, that housing was really the platform, that we had to improve communities and places by building quality housing, mixed income housing. But at the end of the day, the work that will be done here by Urban Strategies with the Housing Authority and the city and the Board of Education will really revolve around what happens to the children. That's the key. That we want to make sure that everybody who's living in this new community has an opportunity to go further. There are many wonderful programs in Louisville. There's a commitment here to see this community come back in a new way. And I'm just really pleased that we're part of it and will be partners with all of you now for many years to come. So thank you very much.
Good morning. I want to thank the people who have made this event possible in behalf of all of the residents of the Russell neighborhood and the residents of Beecher Terrace. I also want to give my great thanks and appreciation to our mayor, who has developed these initiatives across the county and has provided growth. And it's a future that for the residents of full employment, we're going to raise the income above the poverty line. We're going to have a home replacement program that will replace our houses as needed. And it requires, as the mayor mentioned, these programs are complicated and they involve a team of people. And I want to thank McCormick, Barron, and Sullivan for their great work and cooperating and working with us as we try to raise the level, the quality of life, employment for our residents. They are going to work with us in the complete development of the Russell neighborhood as it relates to the Walnut Street corridor, as it relates to child care development programs, and extending our development beyond the Beecher Terrace area into the rest of the Russell neighborhood, from 9th Street to 32nd Street, and from Broadway to Jefferson, Market Street. I also want to mention that there are other investments in the area, such as the YMCA's investment at 18th and Broadway, passport investments at 18th and Broadway, and we see growth coming to the neighborhood, and we see the transformation of the lives of the people that live here. It is so great to have a staff that we have at the Louisville Metro Housing Authority, and the people that commit themselves, give us their devotion and their attention on a day-to-day basis. There's so much that they have done, and I can't, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Congressman Yarmouth and the support that he gives us through the Congress of the United States. And he, in his tenure, he's grown with power and taken over committees in the Congress, and we appreciate him so much for all that he has done, not just now on the Beecher Terrace project, but as a relationship with Square. We can go all the way back to Park Duval and the services that he has rendered to this community over the years. And we are both humble and thanks so much for your work. Neighborhood initiatives to people, urban strategists. These are people that live in the neighborhood that have come, volunteered, accept employment, and they are working to pull us together. You know, there's a tremendous task in getting people to respond to these programs and activities that we're carrying out. And we strongly believe that with urban strategies, the continuous and ongoing work of communicating with our residents, delivering them the information and opportunities that we have for them, that we'll be grateful for them eternally. And I want to express my full appreciation to them. They gave me 2 minutes. I need 2 hours. So I want to end with saying that we have to rebuild a neighborhood which will go a long ways toward the rebuilding of our city. And I want all of us to be a part of it. I want everybody to feel the love and the commitment that we have to it. And once again, I want to thank our mayor and thank the Board of Commissioners for the Housing Authority for their work and their leadership. And we'll be seeing you down the road. Thank you very much.
I'll take your hat. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. So what we're going to do is we'll just pick up the shovel, turn it over. We don't need one more to do. Let's pick one up and then we'll all look forward and smile first. All right, on 3, we'll just turn it over. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Doing a lot more here.
This is my girl. She told me about today, and I appreciate it. Thank you, McKeeper.
Are you ready?
Oh my God, it's the 10th and 11th Street Warriors and the 10th Street Camel.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so I have this angel that's filming me right now, and I'm sitting on the 11th Street Warriors, who's been in this community since it was built. And over there is the camel, the 10th Street Camel. So, here they are, ladies and gentlemen. My final sit. Thank you.
Tell me your story about when you were a kid on that camel.
Okay. So, this camel is the 10th Street Camel. My grandmother used to live in that car, and so we would play on the 10th Street Camel. Well, I was a little tot, so it was pretty big back in the day, and I fell off. That didn't feel too good, but I still love this 10th Street Camel. And now, I have a picture of it. So, a miracle just happened. I found the 10th Street Walrus and the 10th Street Camel. Well, the Walrus was more in between both states. But it was so cool. And that girl, I appreciate, she was just an angel. She came right at the right time. And I really do appreciate that. Well, cars are coming, so I have to go now. But thank you, Angel Caitlin, for filming me sitting on the Walrus and the Camel. This completes today's show, and I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. This is Cornelia TV Presents, and this is Cornelia Moss-Oldham speaking on behalf of Cornelia TV Presents. Bye, y'all. Peace.